Hi, welcome to TaniaTalks, and this is a series of videos that we're going to talk about how to safeguard your ballot. And that is because we want to help Georgians trust that their vote will be counted and they get to vote in the safest way possible. Safeguard is all about voter confidence. My name is Tania, and I'm a volunteer with Voter GA for the last 3 years. I'm also Garland Favorito's executive assistant for the last 2 years. And this is my best friend, Viking Dude. He's producer and a do-everything in the show and my first guest. Hi.
Hello again from Viking Dude, part 2. Woohoo!
Thanks, dude. Thanks for all your work. And follow up to part 1, this is part 2, voting with Georgia's absentee ballot. When should we vote? So there's all these days that we can go vote from October 15th through November 1st. Then election day is November 5, and there's all these conflicting different opinions around the country that it's really kind of confusing to voters. Some people say to vote early, some people say to vote on election day, some people say to get a mail-in ballot, go spoil it, and vote in person. So what are people supposed to do? I'm going to tell you about what Voter GA has to say, and that's a group that has 17 years of experience investigating elections, looking at election records, election law, and voting systems. Why does Voter GA say safeguard your ballot? There's a couple of reasons for that. The main one is because of vulnerabilities that have been found in the voting system. And there is an active court case, Curley v. Raffensperger, where a computer scientist, Alex Halderman, testified in court that the BMDs, those are the iPad-looking machines that you get to vote on, can be easily hacked with very little contact to change voter intent. You wouldn't know it, and the election staff wouldn't know it.
So this guy, Alex Halderman, is widely respected academic, right?
Yeah, he's one of the few people that get trusted to analyze voting systems.
So he, in real time, if I remember the story, in real time, he hacked a machine in the Curley v. Raffensperger hearing in federal court with a ballpoint pen, like in seconds, right?
Yeah. He showed that it takes very little time to do this.
Whoa.
So nobody would know it because what's used to count your vote is that QR code that nobody can read. Your phones cannot read it. And then the part that you can actually read, that legible part, gets completely ignored. Then there's also worries about outages that might happen during the election, similar to what happened back in July with CrowdStrike, that it took out several computer systems worldwide. And if that were to happen during an election, the poll pads might get affected. And even though the polls have emergency procedures, it might mean longer delays for voters. And some people are concerned about whether the polls will have enough ballots for everybody. Then I've also talked to voters that went to vote and were told that they were already voted. And they want to make sure that nobody uses their name to vote this time around. And lastly, it's rare, but it's happened that candidates didn't appear on the ballot. That is a reason why many people want to unplug the voting system and get rid of the voting machines. We're not there yet, but Georgia has a hand-marked paper ballot option, and that is the mail-in absentee ballot. It's a complete ballot that gets mailed to your home, and you can read it at your own leisure. You can select your votes, and the scanner gets to read what you see. It's completely verifiable, unlike that printout from the BMD QR code. And that's what gets us to Voter GA's Safeguard Your Ballot. First of all, you must vote. We want to make your vote count.
You must vote. No excuses.
So to do that, you want to apply for an absentee ballot. There's a window that started on August 19th. So if you wanted to, you could request your absentee ballot today from your county elections office or download it from the Secretary of State's website. Hey, you already did it.
I did this on August 19th, and I couldn't wait. I wanted to do it August 18th.
Cool, you're ahead of the game. So we'll make sure that hopefully your ballot will get there on time.
Yes, and here is my application, and yes, The SOS office, I did it on the SOS's website where I downloaded the form, downloaded it, printed it out, signed it, scanned it, emailed it to my county elections office. But guess what happened?
What?
The SOS office auto-populated my address, but not my zip code. And I didn't catch that because I'm lackadaisical and just assume that everything's going swimmingly. But the zip code was left off. And so my county elections office contacted me via email and said, "You left off your zip code." I'm like, I didn't leave it off. The SOS office left it off. They're like, "No, you left it off." They said, "You left it off." So it's up to you to verify that your information is correct. It was a glitch with the SOS office.
So you're saying that computers make mistakes. What a shocker.
Yes. Computers make mistakes.
Okay, Viking dude.
All right.
Good to know. And well, when you do get your ballot, you get to vote from home comfortably and research all the candidates while you vote. Then you get to deliver your ballots, and what we want you to do is hand deliver your ballot. Is what the counties want you to do, because that way they get to verify that everything was right with your ballot and they can process it just fine. And you want to make sure to do that on election day before 7 p.m. November 5th. Here's some facts about Georgia's hand-marked paper ballot option. October 7th is the last day to register to vote, and it's also the last day in which you can make corrections to your registration. So make sure you check on that to see that everything's right. And once you're registered, any registered voter can vote absentee. You don't have to be out of the state, and you don't need an excuse to request your absentee ballot. The last day that you've got to do it is October 25th, but don't wait, because all the counties have reported major mail delays. And if it were to happen that your ballot doesn't get there on time, vote in person. So we don't want anybody to lose their chance to vote. Ballots will start getting mailed out October 7th. Hopefully there'll be enough time for the post office to get it to you. But if the USPS fails, vote anyway. Go to the polls on November 5th or as late as possible before the election. Tell the election staff that you didn't receive your ballot. They're going to know that they sent one to you, and they can cancel that mail-in ballot. Then you can still vote in person. You totally have a backup. This is a canceled ballot from the primary election that was sent to Harry the Hawk, the mascot of the Atlanta Hawks, sent to 100 Slam Dunk Lane. And we're going to check out what it's inside.
Well, I actually have a different ballot here. This ballot is a redacted ballot, not sent to Harry the Hawk, but to someone else, but the same principle. It's a canceled ballot, and we're going to demonstrate an unenveloping of your absentee ballot. Here is the absentee ballot. All right, and we're going to open that up and pull out. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here.
Yes.
Okay, there's quite a few things. We'll set that to the side. There is the actual ballot itself. Okay. Wow. There's a ballot right there. A lot of bubbles and bubbles, names. There's other things here. Oop. There's a yellow envelope, and there is a white envelope, and then there is 2 pages of instructions. So anyway, I feel like I've just been mailed a like an IRS form or something. Is it that confusing?
Well, that's a government for you. So you want to start with the instructions to make sure that you hit all the spots. I'm not replacing the instructions, but I'll give you a walkthrough of what you need to do. First thing is you want to fill out your ballot. And to do that, you want to fill the blanks, the bubbles, as completely as you can. And there's a suggestion from David Cross to stop vote switching software from changing your vote. And that is by drawing a very thin line to the name from the bubble, and it won't spoil your ballot. Then when you're done with your ballot, you need to place it in the white envelope, and that's a white privacy envelope. People forget to do that. It really must be there for your vote to be counted. Once that's done and sealed, that it all goes into the yellow return envelope that you have to fill out too. If you assisted a voter because either they were unable to read it or because of a physical disability, you need to fill out that section, check the reason, and sign it. Then everybody needs to fill out the oath. A lot of people forget to, and it's essential. Otherwise, your vote won't be counted. And you need to make sure that you sign and put in your voter ID information. If you're disabled and can't sign for yourself, just make a mark, and then you seal it. Then definitely don't mail the ballots. The counties have experienced major delays. Hand deliver it in person before November 5th at 7 p.m. or take it to a drop box. You can deliver all the ballots for your family members and others in your household. And if you go to the elections office, be prepared to show ID. So that's all for Safeguard Your Ballot. I hope that was helpful. What do you think?
Very helpful. It's nice to walk through it before you do it, right?
Yeah, cool, because we want everybody to swamp the vote this election.
Yes, swamp the vote, safeguard your ballot. MAGA struck.
Thanks, everybody. Go vote. Bye.